not too close.
Yo, what's up, industry players? What's up? We're here again, another week, another episode, and it's your boy Nqobile. Anyway, and I'm sitting here with my co-host.
I'm Givens Kgasi. In school, by the way,
yes.
When you have the shortest surname, you finish quick. So
what does that say about me, man? My surname is like 10 letters.
Yeah, so he used to be the last one to come out of the exam room only because of his surname.
No.
I think that's the reason why now he calls himself Easy.
It's just easier that way.
It's just easy that way. Leave it like that.
Yeah. So you guys can see who we got in the building today.
What's happening?
Yeah, what's happening, bro?
I'm good, man. Thank you for having me, bro.
Thank you for being
It's about time, man. I'm watching, I'm like, do they hate me too?
Why don't you call me?
Why don't I get an invitation? Am I not part of the industry? What's going on? But I'm happy to be here, man. Thank you so much for having me, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
For those who don't know you, Izzy is an industry player who's been an industry player. Back when and Forex started to be hot in like Boma 2016. Yeah. You were part of the first
the 8 cruise.
Yeah, no, you were part of like essentially the first. Can I call it the first generation? And I know there's a lot of old white guys who are like first generation. We're the first generation, but you're part of that generation that kind of led the lead on Forex in South Africa and making it very popular.
Absolutely.
So you are an industry player, still are an industry player, correct?
Yes,
and you're still very much in the industry. But for those who don't know you, since you're claiming correct. Yeah, can you just give us just a brief background as an industry player? Just a brief background, and introduce yourself to the people, or reintroduce yourself to some people. You know?
Okay, now I'm even scared to say my surname because this guy is Okay, guys, I'm Isaac Easy. Forget the surname.
Because of time, we don't have time.
It's gonna take a whole hour to get that. But yeah, guys, my name is Isaac Easy. As Ungo said, I am an industry player. I've been in this industry a decade now.
Sure.
So started trading around 2013, late 2013, early 2014. That's when I got introduced to the game, and it's been quite a roller coaster, I must say. But it's been quite an interesting journey for me. So. Hey man, there's a lot to say about the industry, and I'm happy that I'm here today. I get to share some of my views, some of my opinions about the industry, and give warnings as an OG, first generation, as you said. Just to also warn the young ones as to things to be in the lookout for, to avoid in the industry if you want. I mean, there's guys that I started with back in the day that are nowhere to be found, and it's an honor and a blessing. 10 years later, I'm still here. You know what I mean? So it's there's a lot to discuss. So. Guys, this is a well of knowledge and wisdom, so stay tuned. We're gonna be real. We're gonna be real today. I'm not here to advertise anything. I'm here to be real,
Yo, what's up, guys? It's competition time again. Top Traders South Africa and XM are giving away an iPad to one lucky viewer. And here's how you can enter the competition. Firstly, make sure you register an account with the link down below in the description, and make sure that your account is verified. If you already have an account, register an additional account using the link in the description below under your own profile. Secondly, deposit a minimum of $50 in your account. Thirdly, trade one lot trading Forex, gold, or silver. Perfect. The competition will run through the month of June 2023, and the winner will be announced on the 7th of July 2023. So guys, let's get trading right now.
Sure.
So I just want to ask something. Are you still providing any services in the industry?
I still do.
Okay.
We're still providing education.
Okay.
We're still providing signals. We still do copy trading, but we're not out there anymore. We're more offline based as opposed to online. The online market, your social media market.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No, that's
We
cool.
still do, yeah.
Reason for that?
It's I don't want to offend people, but
You said you wanted to talk, right? so you better get it all out.
look, it's more moving from a space of quantity to more quality.
Okay.
Quality people. In terms of, instead of focusing on 100 of clients, I rather devote our time and resources to 5 clients a month.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So
Wow.
that was the reason to try again. And as I said, offline, I'm not relevant anymore, and I can't be trying to be competing with everybody that's doing their own thing now. It's their chance, but I'm still a businessman. I won't try and be emotional about it. What I need to do is I need to find ways that I can sustain my business. So that's why we took that route.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Nah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. So 10 years in the game, and I think, bro, when I came into the game, you had the gold car. Hey, like legit, bro. Like, yeah. And I think you're one of the first guys as well, right?
Yeah,
like amongst those with the gold card, trained right there.
No, I'm not the first
you
one.
were one of, one of, yeah.
So I'd say, in terms of the industry, Ref Wayne, I think it was the first one. He had Aston Martin, gold wrapped one. So I took the inspiration from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, nah, that's cool.
Yeah.
But me, I want to talk about the state of the industry, how it was back then when you guys were starting out. Like, what was going on? Give us the juice, bro, because we know a lot of things happened. Like you said, a lot of guys are really not here today anymore, and some of them it's particularly because of the things that they did that caught up to them. Some of them it's a matter of some of them are still here, are still trying to push. There's some people who have truly fallen off, and I'm not saying in your case it was a decision you took that you're going to focus quality over quantity, which is a decision you made. But I'm just saying, bro, I want to know what was going on back then, bro, before the brokers were involved. What was going on? You always selling courses, I want to know everything.
Yo, bro, back in the days, exciting times, I must say. I wish I could go back to those days. It was really exciting. We were young, we were ambitious, some overly ambitious. But so what had happened at the time is, Forex was still new in SA. As you said, there was a lot of people that were doing it, but they were more offline. And this was the era where social media had just started picking up. This was the introduction of Instagram. Facebook was starting to phase out. Facebook has been more about connecting with friends, and then Instagram was more lifestyle, showing off, bragging, flashy lifestyle. And that was the peak of it, right? So as young guys, I was probably about 23 at the time when we were in the industry, when we came up in the industry. And so what we did is we saw a gap in the market, right? Because of the influence that we had, right? So you remember, I don't know, can we mention names?
Yeah, feel free. It is up to you. As long as they don't get you into trouble.
No.
Even if it does, it's up to you.
Because we're going to say it wasn't us who said, we didn't mention your name, it was him. So we say it, by the way, me and him, we say it.
No, but I'm not scared of anyone. So, so this was the time where your Sandile Shezi were big, your cash flow were big. There was guys like your Sandile Manswe, there was your Sims Africa. These were the big guys then. But then if you looked at how they did business, there was more high end, pricing, right? So when we came in, this was the time of Go Forex. This was a time with Jason Noah, Forex Kings, when I was coming up as well with my boys. And then we just reduced everything else to try and undercut the guys at the top, right?
Yeah.
Bro. Bro, that went nuts.
Yeah.
It went nuts. We became the talk of the town. Like there's this kids, 23-year-old driving AMGs and all of that. It was insane. So at the time there was, again, because there wasn't a lot of ego involved, there was a lot of unity in the game, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So traders were always together. If we go into Cape Town, you know, I'll link up with the traders there. If I'm going to Durban, I'll link up with the traders there. It was a whole community, right? If they come in here, they're gonna link up. There's the Pretoria guys, there's the Joburg guys. But wherever if I come to Joburg, I know this is your territory. We definitely have to link up. So that's why I'm saying those were exciting times as opposed to what we're seeing now, right? And man, it blew up. Like I didn't even think it would blow up to that level as it did. And the fame that came with it, bro, you'd get celebrities knowing you. I mean, this is unheard of. When I see a celebrity, I'm supposed to be starstruck, but then I'm seeing a celebrity and they're like, "Oh, you're that guy," you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was a beautiful moment, right? It was a beautiful moment. We made a lot of money.
That's the part I want to get to.
A lot of money.
The making of the money, because like you mentioned Go Forex right now, and I don't know whether to say Go Forex is, and I don't want to say this not in a bad way. So it's not in a bad way, but like it was kind of like somewhat of a public knowledge that Go Forex made a killing from selling courses.
Absolutely.
A killing,
Absolutely.
like a mad killing from selling courses and whatnot. So now, why I'm mentioning that is I'm bringing to you like, where were you guys making the money from exactly? Was it just from selling courses, and what was? Give us figures as well, if you don't mind. This is back in the day.
This is back in the day. Remember now, there was no NASDAQ.
Okay.
And I think before I answer that, I think this is the reason why a lot of these young traders are struggling right now.
Okay.
In terms of the trading itself, because they don't understand the background, or rather the discipline it took just to get a withdrawal.
Yeah.
Back in my day.
Yeah. Yeah.
There were no test accounts.
Yeah.
We didn't know what an IB was. So a withdrawal was something sacred at the time, right? So, and for you to see a blue screen, you'll have to, we were trading currencies at the time, right? And this thing of $100 accounts, I mean, if you had to double $100 account at the time, you were you know what I mean? Sure. You were king. You get what I'm saying? So we had the discipline to the trading, but as soon as we saw that gap in the market of the courses, what the hell should I trade? You get what I'm saying? And we took advantage of that.
Okay.
Right? And I can only speak for myself. I won't speak for anyone else.
Yeah.
Right? That time trading was more, okay, there's NFP, let's fund an account and let's trade. But it wasn't more of something that we did on a day-to-day because we were so busy. You know, we were doing classes pretty much every single day of the week.
Yeah.
In the week, we'll do 3 days in Cape Town, 3 days in Joburg, and then one day we're resting, Monday we're back at it.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So, gang money was made.
Yeah.
I mean, you find that you have a class with 60 people at $5,000 a head. You do the math.
I forgot my calculator. I think we should have an industry calculator. Just put it here and then do those figures. Because I'm trying to figure it out in my head. And I'm sure a viewer now, I can tell you this. There's somebody now who's going to he was making a killing.
You know what I mean?
5K.
5K a head. You can, I mean, that was at 23, you making that money.
And wait,
in a weekend?
I want to ask something. So you guys are, let me not say you guys, you, right now, going to teach in Durban right now. You've got 60 people lined up in Durban. And after that, you're still moving to the next...
To Cape Town,
To
yeah.
Cape Town.
Yeah.
You've got another...
Definitely.
Within the space of a month.
But one thing, just to come in there, gentlemen,
Sure.
people don't also understand the dynamics of business. That
Absolutely.
these people saw a gap.
Yeah.
In the
And
market.
they took advantage
Absolutely.
of that, and you gotta give it to them for seeing
Yeah.
a gap. I mean, at the end of the day, any institutions that are there to make money.
Okay.
Yeah. So just on that, right? And I don't know. And as I was talking to other traders the other day, it's like I don't understand why traders are ashamed of their hustle.
Yeah.
You cannot be ashamed of where you're making bread from.
Sure.
I personally won't be ashamed. That's why I can share this on a public platform.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I know how to trade, which is why I can teach you. Whether I'm trading or not, it's a whole different conversation, right? Secondly is, does the accountant that teaches you accounting, I mean, the lecturer that teaches you accounting at school, is he an accountant? He's not.
Yeah. Funny enough.
The person that
Funny
teaches
enough,
you
yeah.
business management, is he a business
Doesn't have
manager? He's
even
not.
a tuck shop.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I am not ashamed of that's why I said I'm a businessman. At the end of the day, I'm a businessman before I'm a trader. Trading is what I do, but first things first, I'm a businessman.
Wow.
I'm in the business of making money, not in the business of being liked or trying to portray a certain image.
Yeah.
I'm in the business of making money. I go where I feel the profit is. And that's what we did at the time. You cannot be advertising things every day and still be ashamed or no. I'm not after the you hear these guys, I don't care about the signal, man. You know, bro. You know. That's where rent comes from. You know what I mean? Don't even try.
Funny enough, somebody was asking me about signals.
Yeah.
He said, MJ, why don't you do signals?
Yeah.
And you have a problem with people that are doing signals. I said, if they saw a gap, then why not? And if you don't want to provide signals, you don't want to, because you've got source. I mean, people have different sources of income,
Absolutely.
right? So if you know that I trade and I do this and this is where my money is coming from, I don't see a problem with that. And if you trade and you provide a service, so long as you're providing a service, because all
Absolutely.
people want is a service. If you provide a selling signal of USD Japanese and you lose, at the end of the day, they provided you with the signal. The service is provided.
It's provided, you know.
And that's what you pay for, right?
Absolutely. And it's on top of that, it's again, to sustain your longevity, you need to always make sure that you do right by people.
Yeah.
And this is what I always tell my team, right? I'm not your boss. Our first boss is the customer.
Sure.
These are the people that are paying our bills, right? So we take care of them, they'll take care of us. So let us make sure that we always execute with diligence and excellence, right? And again, like I said, for a lot of guys I see in the industry, I'm like, you know how much potential you have, but because of this ego and pride that you have, you could be way far with the skill set that you have. But because you want to be industry relevant and you want to seem like a trader and not a business person that's selling courses or signals, you look down on what you're doing and you still expect it to pay you. I mean, I don't understand the logic behind it. You know what I mean? You're more obsessed with the likes than the bread. You know, I'd rather get 2 likes and, 200 grand in the bank account. That's for me, right? So, bro, I don't know what's with this industry. I don't know what's with the delusion.
I think 1 hour is not enough. 1 hour won't be enough for this.
And again, I want to talk to my colleagues in the industry. Guys, there is no shame in what you're doing.
Yeah, that is so, because I think a lot of people, and I've actually had a lot of people say, like, they don't want people to know that they trade Forex. A lot of people, like, because of how bad the industry is, a lot of people kind of shy away from letting other people to know. They'd be like, what do you do? Like,
I was at that point, it's like, I'm in fintech, I'm in fintech. Because of the reputation our industry has. But again, we are equally responsible for the reputation that the industry has. You know, we can't keep pointing. We are responsible because we are the ones inside the industry. We've done some things. We've allowed some things. Remember, and I think we had this conversation at the summit. We need to be held accountable, right? And we need to be careful of what we allow and what we keep quiet about, because if we keep quiet about something that we see is wrong, we are allowing it to happen. And we've allowed our industry to get to this point, right? Fixing it, I don't know if it's possible, but it's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, back to back in the day, man. This is how, and again, I'll speak for myself. This is how most of the bread came in. Okay. You know, through the services that we rendered, right? And, you know, they can say whatever they want to say, but you can see where we've taken the industry. And now I can say we because I include everybody else. Sure. And how everybody that's big now stemmed from what we did back in the day. So hate how you want to hate, say whatever you want to say. No, they didn't make money trading, but look at the lives that were impacted. We may not have impacted directly, but indirectly we had, you know, positive and negative impact on people's lives. But Forex is well known in South Africa right now. I mean, look at the event that we had. You know what I mean? Yeah.
We were literally almost every broker internationally looks at South Africans like, we need to go and camp there.
Exactly. And when we started, bro, even the news were talking smack about us. Right? Yeah, this Forex boys, they think they have money. People were always bashing us. But look at how big this thing has grown right now. It's every second person you meet knows about Forex. They either been scammed or tried it and blew their account, but they know about Forex. And it just started with just young small boys trying to, you know, do something different. You know, and we were learning. As you said, we were first generation. So the mistakes, we did make mistakes, but you can't argue with the fact that the impact we had, you know what I mean, and the history we've created, you know what I mean. You can only imagine 5 years from now where this industry is going to be, how big it's going to be, right? And again, and I'm proud to even say, I'm happy to even say that I'm happy to be one of the people that were part of that movement to try and change the narrative of the young black kid coming from the hood, you know, not knowing what am I going to do after this. I don't have money for school. I'm not even good at school. You know what I mean? There is no possibility of a job. I don't have any connections. There is no more hope, right? And to have been positively, we'll talk about the negative, but positively have that impact on people's lives, I'm happy to be a part of that. I'm happy.
No, shout out. No, I mean? And the thing is, a lot of times we wait for guys to pass away and everything. And I always say this is that, like, especially your group of people, you know, including yourself and all that, is that like y'all deserves y'all's flowers now.
Absolutely.
And like legit, what you guys did for Forex, I think we can't really quantify that, you know. In a sense, like you said, the positive, the negative, regardless. Right now, Forex is a household brand. In the normal household in South Africa right now, people can be like Forex, regardless it's negative or positive, but it's there. You know, you can go anywhere in South Africa right now. It's hard to even think that there are places in South Africa that haven't heard about Forex, actually.
Exactly.
To that point, an African country. And we're leading the pack of African countries right now. We're way ahead of a lot of African countries. A lot of them are like catching up, you know, they're doing their best, obviously, but I'm just saying right now, as South Africa, the culture as well, right now, I mean, like, it has really elevated to a whole new level, you know, right now, and as much as, you know, we're not doing the same as the States, in UK, what they're doing in the States, what they're doing in Australia, what they're doing, but like currently for Africa,
we've got this on lock, bro.
But also remember that people didn't understand what was happening internally. Yeah, because I remember I started trading during those times. So I'm part of the ancestor. Yeah. But though I was not in public, but people like you, Refwain and the others, there were times where I wanted to give up. And I was like, hey, but if you give up, look at that guy, he has a gold car. How did he do it? You know what I mean? So the impact might not have been about having courses.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I was like, no, definitely they make money on the charts.
Yeah.
So the impact, by the way. Because, if I launch a bomb now and it hits, it will have a positive and a negative, and it will depend on how you say it.
Exactly.
So we gotta give them something on that, because bro, I'm telling you, there were times I feel like, no, this thing doesn't work. But the minute you go now, and during that time it was Facebook, Instagram it was like, this gold cars are everywhere. You can't give up, because I also want the gold car.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it pushed me. It pushed me because they were knowing how they were making their money. But in my mind, I was seeing them waking the whole night on the charts. So the impact was definitely there. Definitely.
No, absolutely, bro. Like, it's as you saying, with the things that we had, even though sometimes we were. Not sometimes, always, but we were always flashy and all of that, and a bit arrogant, God forgive us. But you look at just, there's a you probably know him, Thabo Delton, TD.
Yeah, sure.
And this is like a little brother to me. And the other day he said that there's a day where he was walking, because we come from the same hood, right? And I passed with my car, revving it, and it was pops and bangs, right? And now I just missed that car, but and then he said something. He says, "That's the day I decided that I will never be broke in my life."
Sure.
And knowing him where he comes from, and this is just a kid that was just walking by, going to the supermarket to see the car, to make the internal decision, the conscious decision to say, I'm going to hustle, to get to the point where he drives a 45, right? And we are together at home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The impact, the positive impact it had on him.
Sure.
And it's things like that you hear and you're like, even if the bad things that we did, and you look up and say, but now we really did good. We really did good. And you hear people coming to you and telling you, you inspired me, bro, even if I didn't attend your class, but you inspired me. As you're saying now, you're at the verge of giving up and you log in and we're there, we're holding stakes from classes, but still. Money is money, right? You see this.
I feel like this is a big episode should be getting a lot of views. I don't know if there's a booster or something. People should be tuning in, seriously.
Regardless where the money came from.
But it came from.
It came.
Yeah.
And it gave you what? Hope.
Yeah, sure.
Right,
sure,
to say,
sure.
I can still do it. And now we are here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
We wouldn't have met if that didn't happen.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So
and this is 10 years later. Again, it's funny how things work out, right? You know what I mean? I meet people that I'm chilling with, people that are way more relevant than me now, and I'd look at the DMs they used to send me and I was like, wow, this is beautiful. To see someone, there's a kid, I won't mention his name, he literally attended my classes in Val. He was short with money.
Okay.
And then I just let him in. I'm like, man, what is that $2,000 compared to what I'm getting here? Just come in, right? Just come in. It doesn't make a difference. And to see him way bigger than me right now in the industry. And you look at it, it's like, wow. And him coming to me and telling me, this is what happened. You probably don't remember me, but this is what happened. You're like, no, we really did well. We really did well. I mean,
he sounds like a grandfather who's having like all the descendants. It's like, back in the day. You guys know nothing.
Share a story time.
Yeah. Like, you know what they say about my 2000. Yeah, so it's like now he's talking to my 2000. That's trading, not Forex.
I want them to know, where this thing comes from.
Yeah,
the origins of this thing.
The good and the bad.
The good and the bad.
Because right now we are, and the thing is, the good that came from it, I think. And the thing is, a lot of people tend to criticize us sometimes when we give props to certain guys in the game. Yeah. But how can you give props to that? We're like, but guys, at the end of the day, I mean, let Justin or Justin. At the end of the day,
Yeah. And actually, let's talk about him.
Okay.
Let's talk about him.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to put my head on the block for this one.
Okay.
Right? 90% of traders in South Africa wouldn't know what a withdrawal is if it wasn't for Justin. And I'm saying 90%.
Yeah.
Their first withdrawal came from JP Markets. Say whatever you want to say about the guy.
Yeah, sure.
But he's changed the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we gotta give him his flowers.
Yeah.
Regardless of whatever that happened.
Yeah.
This is the guy that changed the direction of the South African Forex industry.
Yeah.
Most of the guys we see now that are there at the top, they wouldn't be. We wouldn't even know them. They'll still have like 47 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Justin.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
Regardless of what he did.
Regardless
of whatever that they say he did.
Yeah.
Right? And why are we always looking at the bad?
Yeah.
Why not the good? Look at, I personally, my life changed, bro. From JP Markets. From JP Markets days, my life changed. You know? At the time, that's when the classes were declining.
Yeah.
Right? So now we had to go back to the charts. Right? Because now a lot of people were coming in, classes went from 5,000 to 3.5 to 2,000 to 1,000 and eventually 500. We're like, we need to figure out a way to...
Was there ever a time where you advertised, because like right now there was a period where it was hot and then it became less and less hot. Was there ever a time where you literally had hardly any people attend or pay for course, like attend class?
Yeah. I mean, I'd say late 2017 or early 2018, things were just, and I'm one person, I'm always trying to look ahead.
Okay.
If I see something that is not consistent, I try to study and see the pattern of where this thing might be leading to, right? And I saw that, things are about to get bad. This route that we are having right now, because the market is getting flooded now, right? So we needed to, at that time, that's when the courses started dropping and prices started dropping. And like, how far are we going to drop to?
Yeah. Because now it's over 500.
You know what I mean?
Lifetime cost 500.
You know what I mean? You can tell by that, I'm not going to get anything better. You already know, hey, this is to pay lunch. It's really nothing. You know? You get what I'm saying? And then that's when we made a decision. Okay, luckily at the time, that's when the NASDAQ train started.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then it was easier to now make money from the charts. Now, mind you, we have the experience we've had from currency trade. If you should know this. If you traded currencies and you were profitable, NASDAQ is nothing. Bro.
Yeah, true.
It's nothing. At the time, bro, I used to remember there's a shout out to Etu, who was one of my best students. Bro, would 1530 would clock 100K, bro. Just go there, standard lot with that 100% bonus. Bro, 1580, bro. You clocking 100K. You know you done. You don't trade during the day. You wait for 1529, set up your setup. We had a way that we did. Even if we're driving, would stop. It's about time to make money now. You go full margin, 100K in. You get what I'm saying? So again, going back to giving Justin his props. I mean, if it wasn't for him, probably I wouldn't be here. because what else was I gonna do at the time? You know, if it wasn't for that era. You know what I'm saying? So it's that's how the industry has evolved from then. And to answer your question, at that time, that's when the courses started declining because everybody was coming in. And this is again what I was saying. When you know the new guy, people. It's the same thing this guy was saying. If you buy a car, students move to you. He buys a car, they move. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So when you only get one chance to be the new guy. One chance. Hectic.
Yeah.
And you get to a point where you buy a car, we're like, yeah, we know. We expect you to. You know what I mean? So it's like, and I see niggas that are still, that way in my era and still buying cars for the sake of marketing. Okay. And I'm like, dude, people already know and believe that you are rich. So that is me. If I go and buy a Lamborghini right now, and some kid from Kgasi buys a Golf 7 GTI, that kid will have more relevance than I do.
Yeah, obviously. Because you've been in the
Isaac.
game. Yeah.
We know. We expect that from him, you know. But this kid that just came out of nowhere, and even a Polo GTI, it'll have more traction than I.
It's so true.
You get what I'm saying? So understand your seasons as a person as well as to where are you. Don't try and be fighting in a position where you should be sitting by the ringside. You shouldn't. I mean, imagine Mike Tyson trying to fight. What's this new kid?
Deontay.
Yeah, Deontay. I mean, we know you're a goat, but chill. Chill. You know what I mean?
If there's nothing to gain, don't get into the ring.
You know what I mean? Chill. Yeah. So, and I'm that person. One thing that I never do is I never lie to myself.
Okay.
I'm always honest with myself. If they think you are rich and I'm broke, I'm focusing, how do we get out of broke? We don't have to believe we are rich. They can believe it. That's there. But me, let's be realistic. How do you get out of this? Because a lot of people believe their own lies. A lot of people are delusional. And it's sad because of the prison that they've created for themselves, all in the name of the fame that they have and the influence. Yes, you can still have influence, right? And if you are not careful, that is very dangerous. Because you could be going through something right now and the guy comes, oh, easy, can we take a picture? That thing gets to your head and you believe you're still the it thing. Gotta be honest with yourself. You gotta be willing to face your realities. That's how you get out of it. You know what I mean? That's how you grow and excel. So myself, even the time when courses were declining, I could see, okay, business is not going as it used to be. So we need to figure out new strategies. We need to evolve. You get what I'm saying? And man, times were bad at some points, but the thing of being able to be true to myself has helped me a lot, bro, to navigate myself till this day. You guys say I'm relevant, but I don't believe I am. But till this day, you mention my name, it still carries some weight to it. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, so
that's true.
Yeah,
sure.
So how's the trading life now? Like getting into the charts and
now it's amazing, bro.
Yeah,
now it's amazing. Now I can confidently say I'm a professional trader.
Yeah,
now.
Sure.
Whether I'm online, he was saying like I can go ghost on social media, it doesn't mean anything to me anymore because I know that the skill is there, and what I do, bro, is I'm willing to even put a bet, bro. Like I can count a few guys that can trade like me.
Yeah,
in the industry.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. What I do, not a lot of niggas can do. You know what I'm saying? So now I can say, look, we have a whole office of traders there because now we really doing this thing and trying to take it to a whole new level as opposed to, Instagram entrepreneurs. We are now a fully operational business and we are a trading company.
Yeah.
Wow. Talking about the 3:30 market open. I think around 2017, 2018, that was the time we used to take advantage of that. and some people that were coming in didn't actually understand that it's a New York Stock Exchange open, and they were like, it's 3:30. They were calling it 3:30. And funny enough, when you talk about if you have traded the currency market, it's actually easy to trade anything,
bro.
Especially the stock market.
Absolutely.
I was having a conversation with a fellow trader, and I was like, have you noticed how easy it seems to trade stocks? So easy. Though they're gaping, but it's so easy because, you know, the currency market is like the thing. You know, it's like the anchor. Once you understand the movement of currency, and look, you can do your support and resistance. We all know it's not going to work on currency. But funny enough, going to the stock market, you will see how price respects your support and resistance. You know, but it's a lot of people don't know because I think you mentioned something like, is it possible to change the industry now?
Sure.
Right? And I want to come in on that. Look, I think the inspiration has been there and people know about this thing.
Yeah.
And the only way to change it is when we are honest with ourselves and join hands together and try to change. Like you say now, you are having a trading company and it's not like back in the days. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But believe you me, there will be some people that will still be affected by what they see.
Yeah.
Say, but no. Even if you come as genuine as you are, they still gonna say, but no, I don't trust these guys.
Yeah.
And I think we need to change how we do things. And I was kind of sad when you said, and unfortunately, it is the reality of things. When you're like, this game is like the rap game. But it is like that. I think you also saw at FMAS. How people wanted to take pictures and like, mommy, I'm sitting with this Tupac. This is the BIG group. This is. I'm like, somebody came to me and say, MJ, can I take a picture? Who are you hanging around with? Look, I'm not here to hang around. I'm here to network. This is a business summit, by the way. We are not hanging around.
It's again, and I always say this: we need to be able to differentiate between forex trading and the forex trading industry. These are two different things.
So
right?
true. So true.
There is the industry, and when I said that game is like the rap game, this is a totally different business. Right. But if we speak, we're talking industry, chat. So we're speaking. The industry. It's a dangerous industry. Very toxic. And it destroyed so many lives as much as it impacted positively other lives. I think now we can get into the negatives and and to get back to the question that that I asked if it's possible to change the industry, right? Impossible is out of, there is a little bit of hope, but it's hard to succeed doing the right thing.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
It's very hard. It's hard, bro. And trust me, and I'm speaking from experience. It's hard to succeed when you're doing the right thing. And I always tell people this: if you want quick success in trading, you need to be a scammer.
That's it.
If you want quick success, you just have to be a scammer. But understand, quick success is not sustainable success. If you are willing to pay that price, cool, go that route. But to do the right thing, oh, bro. You wake up every day and you see your colleagues thriving, right?
Rapping cars.
Posting million every day. Stacks of cash. And you're just trying to do and they invite you to the party, by the way. The opportunities are there. And you still have to be convicted and say, these are my values. 1, 2, and 3 I cannot do. You know what I mean? It's hard. But if I tell you the deals I walked away from, bro, Till this day, I'm just like, God, but I mean, I could have asked for forgiveness, you know?
Yeah.
But it's and people are gullible, people are naive, right?
So true.
If you want influence and you want a lot of people, you want numbers, it's just lie to people.
Sure.
It's lie to people.
Yeah.
So if I come now and tell you the truth, like you probably have at least 5 years for you to make it in this industry or in trading. And another guy comes and says, hey, you can actually make $1 million from 1,000 within a month. Where are people gonna go to?
Sure.
They're gonna go to that guy.
Yeah.
Is it true? No, it's not, but it's just more appealing. Right? It's exciting.
Yeah.
Just like a new hit in the rap game.
Yeah,
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Heat of the moment, right? Nobody's willing to do the right thing. Nobody's willing to go through the process. Everybody's just trying to get shortcuts. But the ripple effect of that is devastating, right? Because not only are you damaging yourself as a human being, mentally and emotionally, right? Because you are in disconnect with reality. You are disconnected from reality. Because reality says you are broke, you need to be working hard. But the delusion says you are rich because you get so many likes on Instagram. You are disconnected, right? So that's why we drink every day. That's why we smoke every day, because we're trying to escape from reality. That's why we all about girls. We never want to be alone, because being alone, it's a problem. Because then you have to face yourself.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why we're always looking for this, these devices that we can keep ourselves busy with to try and run away. But time is moving. Right? Time is moving. And you look, and I don't want to give examples with people, but you look, I'm not going to mention names, but you look at where other people are and you're like, bro, this is so sad, you know, and you see like a person is far gone.
Yeah.
Like to try and bring them back it's almost impossible, because they go in the wrong direction and they're going very fast, right? And to come back, I said this one time, I said, a reason why a lot of people are destroyed and now destroy their futures, because they are loyal to their mistakes and their past.
Okay.
Right? It's easier to try and, this is what I did, this is what worked, or I messed up here, so let me try and fix this wrong and try to make it a right. Let me force it. It's wrong, I know, but let me force it to be right, than to accept that, hey, I was wrong. I messed up. Let me take a step back and start over again. That starting over, people are not willing to do that, right? So they'd rather, you know, I scammed once, it worked. Nobody wakes up and say, I'm going to be a scammer. Let's be honest, right?
True.
Yeah.
Nobody people are pushed by circumstances.
Okay.
I got away with it once, got away with it twice. The next thing you know, you're 3 years, you're now a professional con artist. So you don't know how to do honest work anymore. You are in. You can't get out. Now, after 3-5 years, for you to accept that you're a scammer and say, I'm going to start over and try to do right, people rather say, you know, let me just keep going this route. Right? So this is why I'm saying it's not impossible, but it's hard to try and make it, because it's far beyond Instagram. Right? Remember, there is life offline. The people we see on Instagram make conscious decisions offline. Right? And there's a whole lot of other factors that affect them and circumstances. Right? So, bro, I don't have any hope, but I won't keep quiet to try and warn the ones that are, you know, in the verge of going the same direction that my other colleagues are in. You know? So that's why you'll see the industry doesn't like me, because I'm always ranting on Instagram, trying to demolish everything everybody believes. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? It's easier to trade a test account, bro.
Test accounts, nah.
You know?
So, okay, can I ask this? I don't know if I'm going Have you ever traded a test account?
Yeah, absolutely. We were the first guys to trade test accounts, bro.
Easy is coming hard. It's coming
went
hard.
before
I
they
feel
knew.
like literally I'm scared now, but he's just
And
like,
the answer is like, oh, what are you worrying about? Nothing, man. That's
We were the
nothing.
first ones, bro. Way before people knew there were test accounts.
Yeah.
Way before. We were the first ones to trade test accounts. You get
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's, I'm like I said, I'm an honest guy, and I'm not afraid to put myself out there. I think a lot of people, even if you've been following me for a while, you will know that I always put my dirty laundry out there because I don't want to not to be free.
Okay.
Right? I don't want to have to remember my lies.
So true.
So
Because you never really have to remember the truth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The truth is the truth.
Period.
Anytime
There's
you ask
nothing
me
to
about
remember.
it, you know what I mean? So it's easier to trade a test account because I can buy this side, sell this side, and then whichever one is in profits, I can post that one, right? And still believe that I'm making money.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
It is.
To hear this from the guru himself, and we still see people falling into the same
traps.
Yeah,
over and over again.
and it seems like they don't want to get into their heads that look. There are people that have tried this, they've done it, and most of them, they are irrelevant now. But you still see people say, I'm going to go into... It's funny, sometimes you ask yourself that, I had somebody who came in our office and was like, I need proper education, proper. I'm tired of this Instagram guys. And I was wearing a suit. I need a guy to wear a suit. This one. And at the back of my head, I said, just because I display myself like this, it doesn't mean I'm legit.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm not saying I'm not legit. Because then I get easy. MJ confessed. So I saw how easy it is for people to be sold the dream.
Yeah.
Just because you display yourself like this.
Yeah.
And funny enough, there are people that are flashy and they are good at what they do.
Yeah.
They're flashing cars, they are showing all these type of things that people don't want to see. But we sit with them, you're like, whoa, this guy can actually trade.
Yeah.
And there are those professionals that can't trade at all. They can't trade at all. We had this conversation before with Scooby. That most guys do not even have an account.
They don't.
They don't. When I had my account frozen, investigations going and I didn't have an account to trade.
By the way, that's MJ low-key flexing.
Yeah,
It's too much money was coming in.
If you've never had that bank, the one with the tree, use your account, you haven't made money. I can tell he's being in the game. Actually, while we're on that, I also just want to warn people out there, guys, and especially my colleagues. Money in, total money in, don't let that fool you, bro.
Yeah,
You didn't make 2 million. It's just the money that just deposited in your account in that month. Get an accountant. Let them do your books for you. You'll see. Because this is another thing that's fooling people.
I mean, they must also show the money out as well.
You find that it's
exactly.
So here's what happened. What happens, right? You take 10K, you put it in a trading account. That day you are lucky, you withdraw 20 grand. It comes in your account. You fund another 10 grand, you make another 20, it comes in your account. Money in says how much money came in. 40 grand. But how much did you really make? 20 grand. And it's a cycle that goes on, and you're still spending. So money in 20, 2 bar. Money out 2.5. And you say, I know I'm killing it. I'm a millionaire. No, you're not.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So, and these are it's the small little things that, gets to people's head. You know what I mean? You see people posting these things and you're like, first of all, I know you're not even paying SARS, and when they come in, they come in for that money in. They don't care about the money out. They come in for that money in.
We want that one.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and we keep digging ourselves in a
Yeah, sure.
All this money that you're taking from people comes into your account. You're balling, you're digging yourself into your hole. We're gonna grow old one day, bro.
Sure.
We're not gonna be young forever. Instagram is gonna phase out. It's actually starting to phase out now. TikTok is the new thing, right?
Yeah, sure.
These things, what happens when you're 40? What's gonna happen?
By the way,
And you
some
have
of us
kids.
were close to that age.
You know?
Yeah.
Veterans, ancestors.
Ancestors, by the way.
Right?
Yeah.
What happens when, and I don't think we think that far.
Yeah, sure.
So for me now, even my love-hate relationship with social media is I also feel like I have a responsibility to the young guys to say, hey guys, look, life begins when you log off Instagram.
Yeah, sure.
Real life.
Yeah.
So I understand you're trying to be the it thing. You can do that. I'm not against people having an avatar. You can have your own avatar and portray your, they call it alter ego, whatever. You can have a brand that you, but please make sure that that offline life is the most important one that you take care of, right? And your future is always secured because you're going to spend the rest of your life in the future, not in the present. You get what I'm saying? And I want the young guys to understand that. Don't believe the hype, bro. Do not buy the hype. Do not buy the hype. It's good to be inspired by other people, right? It's always good to take inspiration, but understand our journeys are different.
Yeah,
We are different human beings, which is why I also hate the question, how long did it take you to be profitable? You know, your trading strategy, I believe if you can give me, we are different people.
Yeah, sure.
We are different people, different personalities. So let's make sure, to the young guys, let us make sure that we don't fall into the same traps that we did. I made a lot of mistakes, bro. You know, made a lot of mistakes that people I know a lot of people did the same mistakes, but they won't admit to. But because of the responsibility I believe I have in the industry and the responsibility that I owe the black child to say, hey, I care more about your future than your current situation. Right? I want you to have a better future. I want you to attain the things that motivate you. I want you to attain them within a good period of time. And without having to do shady things. You can be successful doing the right thing. You know what I mean? I've done bad, I've done good. And I am a testimony that you can do the right things and still be profitable and still run a legitimate business, right? Without having to look over your shoulder every time.
True.
Exactly.
You are able to sleep at night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, you just touched on something. You spoke about responsibility. Okay, let me ask like this. Just one moment though, just to give people a bit of like insight, because I don't wanna go too much into the bad or dwell into the bad side a lot, you know. But just to give people an idea, guys, we come from this part, you know. Like, what was the moment where you realized, or let's say a mistake that you made or a decision that you made where it brought you to your lowest point, and then you realize that no, actually my responsibility goes beyond just me saying I'm a Forex trader, beyond me just teaching Forex. Was there a moment where, like, that moment that you realize, like, actually this responsibility I have is huge, it's massive. It goes beyond just one child, it goes beyond just one family.
So there's a lot of those moments, right? And you know, people see me now and they say, he's so humble and everything. And I always say, I'm not humble, guys. I was humbled by life, right? I used to be a very arrogant person, right? And I used to just, you see, like even now I talk, like I talk a lot. You do talk. I talk a lot, right? So there are moments that I've had where I'd get a parent calling me, say, can you please talk? I don't know what you said to my son, but he wants to quit school because you said education is a scam.
Okay.
And I said that out of ignorance, right? And I didn't understand the responsibility that I have as an influencer. I influence people's thinkings, right? I influence people's decisions. Now this young kid's future might be ruined because of something that I said within 1 second. That's the responsibility I have. You know what I mean? When I tell people they can get rich, they must quit their jobs, and they take their money and put it in Forex and lose it in 1 day, I've just ruined someone's future.
Sure.
You get what I'm saying? And it hits me, and I'll say it on camera, where I took my mom out of a job because I believed I had a skill. And she retired, took a pension, gave it to me, and I blew it in 1 day.
Sure.
Now it comes and say, you are doing that to other people. It's just more painful now because it's your mom.
Yeah.
But you've said this online, Forex is the thing. You know, don't work, screw a 9 to 5. Can't work for another man.
Yeah.
You know, fetch your life. You know what I mean? You be your own boss. And we ruin people's lives. We ruin people's families.
Yeah.
Now,
but by the way, the pension with your mom, how's that going now?
no, mom is good now. Mom is good.
yeah,
My
no.
biggest supporter.
No,
by the way.
give ups to moms.
Biggest
One
supporter.
of the few.
Yeah.
I know. I wouldn't be here if I did that to my mom.
No, look, and I gotta give a special shout out to my mom, man. If it wasn't for her, I probably would have killed myself even.
Wow.
That woman, my family in general, that woman has supported me, bro. Even after what that happened, there was no day she shouted at me. She just said, "Manaka, utaloka." Keep pushing. You know what I mean? There were times where I'd think, you know what, maybe I should just take myself out. Then I realized I owe it to my mom, dog. You know what I mean? I owe it to my mom. So it's things like that where we realize, you know what, we're not living for ourselves, guys. If we're there in the front line, there's a whole lot of other people that are affected by our decisions, right? And again, another thing I'll tell, so the young guys don't fall into the same trap. Guys, taking 1,000 to 2,000 is very easy.
Yeah, sure.
Achieving that 100% winning ratio is very easy on 1,000 rand. Now, don't go feel like you are now the master of trading and go ask people to give you money to trade for them.
Yeah.
We did that. I had found myself in almost a 5 million rand debt because of that.
Sure.
5 bar. You get what I'm saying? Because tell people, you know what, bring 20, I'll trade for you. Take that 20, take it to 50, withdraw it. Hey, they are happy now. Right? And what they happen is you go and tell your friend, they bring 50, you go get a loan, you bring 100. I trade for you guys are fine. You now go tell him and him, he has 250 grand that he has stashed somewhere. Let me see, maybe I can get half a bar. He has 500,000 that he has. Now the responsibility is growing.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
There's also time. I promised you guys 50% return also, or 100%. Now when month end comes, you guys want your money and I haven't reached that target. What happens? I know, let me take from his 500,000 and patch yours, take from his and patch his, so I can, but I know, because I believe I have the skill. I'm a trading guru.
So true. So true.
You are. The next thing you know, I'm making so much money, but where is the money?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And if you are not careful, you do what I said earlier, you now become loyal to your mistake. So you want to try and get more people so you can try and cover everyone else. You know what I mean? So you keep digging yourself into a hole. So what destroyed a lot of niggas. You know what I mean? Personally, I said, hold up, something is not making sense here. I need to sit back and watch this with the bird eye view and look at exactly what is going on. And I realized I'm not making money. I'm only shooting myself in the foot because I've made promises to these people, and these are people that I'm involved in other businesses. So these are very important relationships to me. You know what I mean? Family is involved. You get what I'm saying? So now, hey, hold up, guys, okay, I have to come clean. I have to be honest. This thing is not working out. You know what I mean? It's not working out. Right now, let's try and get out of this ship that we are in. It's a sinking ship. And we're in the middle of an ocean. Let's try and get out of this one before we make it even worse.
And a lot of people find themselves in that position right now where things are literally going bad. And they
So when you're in the ocean, so with back in the day when they used to travel with ships, if the ship is sinking, what they will do is they will take out the heavy things.
Oh yes, yeah.
In the ship to reduce the weight so it doesn't sink faster, so they can get to the shore. What we do is we add more weight to make this thing sink faster. Right?
Yeah.
It's like, again, don't take a loan to go and trade. Where's the camera? Which one? Is it this one? Do not take a loan to go and trade. Do not go to a loan shark. Here's the thing. Stop. Stop crowdfunding.
Yeah.
It's a scam.
Yeah.
It's the biggest scam ever. They are using test account. Your money doesn't go to the trading account. They blow it on purpose.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get that out there. It doesn't.
Yeah, no.
Do not do crowdfunding at all. Do not take money from a loan shark. Do not borrow money to try and go into trading. Debt is a trap, guys. I want to put it out there. Don't go get a loan to buy a car because you want to do marketing to get classes. It doesn't work. A lot of cars are getting repossessed. Right? Don't do it.
Wow. I think that was experience talking.
Don't do it.
I think it's a matter of growing in the game. You know, when you start making money and you start withdrawing, start realizing that, okay, fine, I'm making money. And that's when the bank comes for you.
Yeah.
Mr. Kgasi, your account is on hold. Like, my account is on hold. I mean, that's the account that I'm using to trade. Yeah, they can block it. Because like he's saying, the money coming in, there's a difference between the dynamics of coming in and going out. Yeah. So they're like, okay, fine, where is this money coming from? And you are trading, by the way, they don't know that you're having a trading account. It's offshore account, remember. So when the money comes in, it comes with a code. Oh, this person is getting money from Cyprus. They don't know you're trading. It's Cyprus, remember, it's a broker.
Exactly.
And you would be on the phone, I'm a trader. You don't know trading.
And you find out the person you're on the call with has been scammed by a trader.
Exactly. So like, oh, you are a trader. Even though you didn't disclose that you are a trader. Don't worry, we'll escalate it to the manager. And so it goes with growing. You know, I had a young guy who come to me and say, hey, MG, I have a problem, and I've got problems with banks. I'm like, what did you do? He said, no, I was just trading. Depositing, taking money out. That's why there's this thing when it comes to brokers. The money, if you deposit via card,
it has to go back via card.
It's
a refund.
It's a refund, right? So use another method if you... Many people don't even know this.
They don't.
Because they haven't withdrawn how much...
Right? And I always ask people this, like when people come to me and they want to learn how to trade, I ask them, do you know that there's a 99% chance you won't make it in this industry?
Sure.
Right? And I'm not saying anything different than what everybody else is saying. I just phrase it differently because they say 90% of traders lose money. I just say there's only a 10% chance you're gonna make it, or even a 1%.
Or even a 1%, right?
And because I want people to understand what they're getting themselves into, right? I don't want you to come and say, hey, this guy promised me 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I've had guys saying, hey, actually, I think I've changed my mind. I don't want to do this because they had a whole different perspective about it. And once you bring them into the realities of it, bro, a lot of guys are not trading. It's a fact. And again, I want people to understand, it's not wrong. You don't have to be a trader. You know if you're an influencer, be proud about that, bro. Be proud. You know, be proud. And I want them to understand that. Be proud of where you get your bread. because that's where you eat, right? You don't have to be a trader, right? It's not easy. Market wa trapa, bro.
Yeah.
That much I can tell you. Market wa trapa. Yeah. So a lot of guys can't do it.
Yeah,
you know what
that's
I mean?
true.
And it's if you can, you're one of the few lucky guys.
Yeah.
I mean, you're competing with AI, you're competing with very smart people, you're competing with financial institutions that have been in this game for hundreds of years.
Yeah,
Who
sure.
are you with a laptop and free Wi-Fi?
You are still saying laptop or with the phone.
You know what I mean? And that costs you 500. And you really, I get guys like, for instance, when guys come and say, I ask them, how much have you saved up to trade?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
What else do you do?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Guy
sure.
says he has 200 rands. I say, I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Yeah.
I know where that story ends,
Yeah.
and I just don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Sure.
If a guy comes to me and says, I have 50,000 rands that I've saved up, I'm doing 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, cool. Now let's talk. Let us see how we can help you. We are service providers, and we want to build relationships and make sure that our clients excel. And as they excel, we also grow.
Yeah,
Right?
so true.
You eventually gonna run out of people to screw over.
Sure.
And a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't, and I'll plug the sponsor of the podcast quickly. So no, but like, I like what they're doing. Legit. So XM has a free educational course with Tradepedia.
Yeah.
So obviously they have whatever agreement they have with Tradepedia to come and offer a free course for them, because XM understands as a business, when people trade and make money, they make money alongside those people. Going back to the IBs and the people, the course sellers, the guys providing, not understanding, like, you understand, the more your clients make money, the more money you supposedly to make.
Yeah.
It's a
As an
positive of your
IB.
client.
As an IB,
Yeah, as an IB. Because if your client is trading for 10 years, you're
guaranteed.
Yeah,
you're eating for 10 years.
You know what I mean?
Legit.
Sure.
You know what
Now
I mean?
guys don't understand that. Now they say, like, you know what? I'm gonna knock these people one time with a profit loss deal right there.
Yeah.
They offered me 20% of all their losses. I'm gonna knock 400 people there. Go knock them, and then right now you gotta go look for another 400 people to go knock.
Eventually, you're gonna run out of those people.
Yeah,
Bro, I don't push any broker, right?
Yeah.
As an IB, I'm still eating
Okay.
from work I've done 4 years ago,
Sure.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
The least I'll make is like $1,000 a day on a bad day, right? It's good money for work I've done 4 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
It's the longevity of your clients is your longevity as well, right? As an IB. And I want to speak to the IBs. Guys, understand your value. You guys are so powerful and influential in the industry.
Sure.
Respect yourselves, respect your clients, and have fair deals with these brokers. And trust me, bro. Trust me, you will eat for a long time. Making money is the easy part, bro. But staying and sustaining it, that's a whole different game. You need to be smart and understand money is spiritual again, dog. Like, money is a spiritual entity. It has eyes, it has ears. It has ears. And one thing that I've learned is money doesn't like the company of fools.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Sure.
Money is a very intelligent entity. It will find its way out of your life if you are a fool. It will compel you to behave in a way that it lives your life.
Yeah.
It leaves you completely. There are people, even if you give them 1 million rand today, by tomorrow it will be gone. And they'll be wondering, have you watched the show? I Blew It.
Yeah.
They're not in the industry, so even if we mention them, I don't think it's free advertising. Right? Have you noticed the trend or a pattern with all these people? All of them realize when the money is finished, that the money is finished.
Yeah. Exactly.
You'll hear, I swiped and it declined. What happened to him between the day he got 10 million to the day it declined? What happened to his mind?
Yeah. But funny enough, have you seen that the people that would see that you are running out of money, it's not you? There's always someone, I noticed that he's running out of money.
My point's exactly.
Yeah.
And another pattern that I've noticed, you notice that if this person was staying in a back room, when that money, whether they had bought a house or not, when that money finishes, they will be back in a back room.
Sure.
They'll be back exactly where they were before they got the money.
Yeah.
That cannot be a coincidence, right?
Okay.
Money compels people to behave a certain way.
Yeah, sure.
Right? It literally, it pushes you to, that's why I say money is power. And people don't understand. It does. Once you act foolishly, money will compel you to live your life, literally. Some people repel money. No matter how much you give them, they will, for some reason, they will behave in a way that money must go.
Sure. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
100%.
And it's sad to watch, bro. People toiling so hard just to get back to the same point that they were, or even worse. I was having a conversation with someone. I'm like, bro, every time you do something, you go big.
Okay.
Right? But when you come back, you're in a worse state than you were before you started that thing. If I were you, I'd stop and look at this thing. What exactly is wrong with me? Because clearly I'm a hard worker. I can see with these results.
Yeah.
But why can't I sustain these results?
Wow.
What is it about you that's repelling success? You get what I'm saying? And we're not having this conversation. How are we going to teach financial freedom if we're not teaching people this principles?
Sure.
Right? If you come into this industry and you have nothing doing with your hands, I am almost 100% sure you won't make it.
Yeah,
And it's not that I'm speaking bad or negatively, but because I understand the laws of money.
Yeah.
Right? Anything you multiply by 0 is 0, bro.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you're doing nothing with your hands, no extra income, nothing to fund the trading, you can have the greatest skill ever in trading. You can be the best trader in the world, and I guarantee you will not see financial success.
Wow. Are we in the industry chat or this is Market Masters?
Which one is it?
Which one is it?
I feel we need a part 2 of this.
Yes, definitely.
Because I also know you also need to head over somewhere, and
sure. I need to fly
today
out,
is easy.
Bro.
I don't know. I'm speechless.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely have him again.
MJ, finish off the show.
Yeah,
Today I'm just like,
I just want to say, man, thank you so much, guys, for having me here. It's an honor, bro. I'm humbled by this experience and to talk, and be real and just let people know. Most of the time we're trying to advertise and and I told him the other day, look, the platform that I love the authenticity of it. You know what I mean? I'm not there trying to do a sales pitch. We're having a conversation. We're having chatting about our experiences, and hopefully they can help somebody else. You know what I mean? So for that reason, man, I really, I wish this podcast all the success. I want to see you guys on the global stage. You know what I mean? Taking the South African flag higher. Yeah. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, it was really an honor to be here with you guys. I really appreciate it, bro.
No, thank you so much.
Right.
Looking forward for part 2, by the way.
That's part 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're definitely going to have a part 2, and we're gonna be talking about the future because we had a lot about the past. Then we're gonna talk a lot about the future. And I just want to say this before we wrap this thing up, guys. It's always good to learn from somebody with experience. Yeah, it's always good. Why Absolutely. I'm saying that is that you have a lot, to say, and you understand the industry in and out, and
Absolutely.
you learn from seeing and you learn from doing. Yeah. So this thing of I traded for 6 months, now I'm a guru. It doesn't work, man. This thing has to humble you first. I like the fact that you say you are humble.
Exactly.
Because we all start like that. It's always. Bring more money. After 5 years you realize that but I think I was not called for this.
And it's important for the young guys to also, you don't have to go through what we went through.
Yeah, sure.
We went through it on your behalf. So be wise enough to catch on and avoid the mistakes that we did. Right?
Sure.
People learn one of 2 ways, either by listening or by experience. And trust me, experience is very painful. been there.
so
I'm
true.
not talking fairy tales. I'm telling you. And I can sit here right now and open up myself to say, hey guys, I've been through. You don't have to.
Sure. Yeah.
That route that you are taking, think about it. Other guys will say otherwise, but I'm not gonna hear and BS my way through, because I'm trying to get clients. Like, I don't care about your 500 rands, bro. It's not gonna make any difference in my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm here because I have a responsibility to people, not to people's pockets.
Sure.
Or try to enrich myself. I want people, bro. It's nice having people that have money around you.
Yeah.
True.
Then you're not the only one paying for stuff. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's really nice.
Yeah, sure.
I'd love one day to just get a DM and say, easy, send me your account number. I'd love to give you 10 grand.
Wow.
As opposed, whenever I open a DM and I see good morning, say, I already know. You know what I mean? I know what's coming. And again, I have a responsibility to help God's other children, but my responsibility is to teach you the real stuff. So you're able to be at a place where I am, where you can call me out for lunch, for dinner, and I don't have to take out my wallet and pay. It's nice being paid for,
Yeah, no, I think I know that when we're going for lunch with them,
you ever just say no to invitations because you're the one paying?
No, man, it was good having you, Easy. Ladies and gentlemen, that was all from Easy. I think part 2 is coming.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Definitely.
With her.
Oh yeah.
Who is she?
You will know.
They will know.
When we're having part 2.
Part 2, 100%. No, thank
great.
you guys so much.
No, thank you, gents.
Yeah.
I think that's about it.
Yeah, that's about it, guys. Thank you guys so much. And we out.